President Obama announced an expensive new agenda in last night's State of the Union speech. His plan includes free higher education and more than $300 billion in new taxes.
The president also promised to use his veto pen to defend Obamacare and his executive action on illegal immigrants. However, Republicans now control both houses of Congress, and they have other plans. Jennifer Wishon brings us the story from Washington.
The president laid out an ambitious agenda, defiant in the face of the new Republican majority on Capitol Hill. Most of it focuses on what he calls middle-class economics.
It means helping folks afford childcare, college, health care, a home, retirement.
They're ideas that add up to $320 billion in new taxes and fees on wealthy Americans.
For far too long, lobbyists have rigged the tax code. They've riddled it with giveaways that the super rich don't need.
Some Republicans accuse the president of pushing talking points that excite his Democrat base, as opposed to proposals that actually have a chance of passing through the Republican-controlled Congress.
There have been presidents in the past who've been repudiated in a midterm election. And in the past, what presidents have done is they have come to the American people with humility. So unfortunately, tonight, President Obama doubled down.
The Republican response came from a woman. As part of the new majority, Iowa Republican Senator Joni Ernst was elected on a promise to make big Washington spenders squeal like pigs.
We'll propose ideas that aim to cut wasteful spending and will defend life.
President Obama celebrated America's respect for human dignity and condemned rising anti-Semitism.
It's why we continue to reject offensive stereotypes of Muslims, the vast majority of whom share our commitment to peace.
Texas Congressman Louis Gohmert wonders why the president didn't mention Christians facing persecution at historic levels.
We rush around the world to help Muslims that are being persecuted, and yet we have growing anti-Jewish, anti-Christian sentiment. People being crucified again.
Some lawmakers do see areas for cooperation and appear ready to heed the message voters sent in November.
Look, I heard the message on my side, and I know Republicans heard the same thing. They want to hear that you're going to sit down, work together, at least try to arrive at common ground.
The president now hits the road to sell his plan to the American people. Jennifer Wishon, CBN News, Capitol Hill.
Well, at the end of all of that political theater, if we do come to an agreement that we need to come together and actually plan for the future of the United States of America, put that on solid ground, put that first and put that above partisan politics, well, then that's a good message, and I would applaud it. Well, President Obama will meet today with the wife of an American pastor imprisoned in Iran. Ephraim Grant has that story from our CBN newsroom. Ephraim?
Gordon, the president is traveling to Boise, Idaho today, and during his short visit, he'll meet with the family of Pastor Saeed Abedini. His wife, Naghmeh, wrote an open letter to the president asking for a face-to-face meeting. Pastor Abedini is a U.S. citizen who's been in prison in Iran since September of 2012 on charges related to his Christian faith. And he's often endured serious health problems in those harsh prison conditions.
He's not gotten the full medical care that he needs. That's still a real issue that hangs out there. At the same time, we'd much rather have Saeed home to deal with those medical issues than prolong his imprisonment in Iran.
Abedini was given an 8-year sentence for what was termed undermining state security, accused of building a church network in private homes. He's originally from Iran, but had been living in Boise. A Palestinian man stabbed several people on a bus in Tel Aviv today, and Israeli police are calling it a terror attack. At least 13 people were hurt, 4 are in serious condition. The terrorist reportedly stabbed the driver first to prevent him from opening the bus doors to allow passengers to escape. The bus company praised the driver's resourcefulness, bravery, and heroism, saying he tried to protect passengers even after sustaining a deep stab wound to his chest. An elite police unit captured the terrorist.
The terrorist fled the area. Special patrol units chased the suspect. He was shot in his leg and is now in police custody. We've heightened security in and around the Tel Aviv area, and we're still searching to make sure that there are no further terrorists in and around the area.
Hamas officials called the attack a brave and heroic act against Zionists in Tel Aviv and a response to Israel's crimes. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu blamed PA Chairman Mahmoud Abbas for the attacks. He called it a direct result of the poisonous incitement being disseminated by the Palestinian Authority against the Jews and their state.